Hey babies, it's Mama T, back with another one. Well, honey, if you think you Mickey Figures got pissed off before, you about to get hot as hell now. Because I'm tapping into something that you really need to hear. You know, many of you just come on my page and comment a whole bunch of crazy stuff like somebody give a damn about what you saying. Many of us snapped out of that spell that you want to stay in. And you're getting scared because we at the closing of this thing. And you'd rather be judgmental and self-righteous and pointing the finger and condemning me to whatever it is you're trying to say. I done been through this about 1,000,000 times, but this is the last time I'm going to be through this. Baby, that book you claiming to be of God. You want me to prove everything I'm saying, baby? Prove that book is of God. Prove God came down here and wrote every word in that book. You can't. Because every word in that book wasn't written by no God. It was written by man. You want to say, oh, these is men inspired by God. Honey, I ain't seen a man inspired by God yet on this planet. A man is inspired by himself, his own selfish motive, greed, and actions, and lust, and whatever it is that he's trying to conquer and dominate on this planet. That's what motivates him. Ain't nothing spiritual inside many of these men who claim they are of God. Especially some of you colored folks. Yeah, we're going to get into colored folks. Y'all so deep entrenched into this. But let me ask you something, baby. These people who wrote, and I said this before, I'm going to say it again. It's the last time. You think about this. These people who wrote in their book of laws are the same people who stole the ancient text from your ancestors, remixed it and regurgitated it and gave it back to you. That's why your ass walking around here backwards. You ain't know they ain't studied your behavior and know that you are divinely, spiritually connected innately by nature. You connected to source, the source live in you. But somehow they had to get your spiritual divine power, get you to bow down and worship something outside of you. So they created these deities that you bow down to and you worship. And you have been backwards and comatose, the walking dead ever since, waiting to be resurrected from something that they created. Not realizing that the source of all things is in you. Honey, they bow down to the images that look like you down in their catacombs. They know who the gods are. And they scared because they realize that we at the closing of this age and all these things are being revealed. That's your revelation. But you caught up in the fairy tale and in the mystery because you still under the spell. Regurgitating, repeating things over and over. That's spell casting upon yourself. You have been spiritually enslaved since they took your magic and used it against you. But you can't snap out of that, baby. Totally lost, totally dumbfounded. Can't even remember who you is, who you are, and why you're here. Everything is about, so let me ask you this, baby. These people who didn't even consider you a human being, you trust them to teach you about God? You say, oh, God ain't gonna let nobody change his word, baby. Have you ever seen how many versions of the Bible there is? Then y'all fighting over the text in the Bible because it's been remixed so many times, you don't even know the original translation because it was never written in any of the languages that you're reading in it now. It's not. They're going to say, oh, the ancient sea scrolls, Dead Sea Scrolls prove that the Bible is real. No, that proves that your Bible's been plagiarized by ancient texts that were written long before it was created by these men who didn't even look like you, didn't even know God, but they knew you had a power and they wanted some of it. So they recreated everything. Oh, your mysticisms, oh, your magic, oh, your astrology, numerology, ancient texts, they'll come from you and your ancestors. Then they wrote that you better not do it. But they do it. That's why they know their time is up. Because they watched for the alignments and they understand that the closing and the age was coming. So they had to create a safeguard and say, when you see these things coming, you know that the end is near. You damn right. The end is near. I ain't your false prophet and I ain't your God, never claimed to be. I just want you to think. Many will come and deceive and call me Christ in their name. Baby, I ain't never said I was none of your Christ, even though I know Christ means light. And yo, Jesus, there was no J in that English language. It was Isis. And Isis is a different variation of the name ISIS. So you thinking it's about the son, baby. No, it's about his mother. You've been misled and deceived the whole time by wearing your symbols of execution around your neck. Yes, I did it, because that cross represents death. You got some of these churches got on the steeple the cross with flames coming out of it, talking about we on fire for Christ. I bet you is on fire for it. You use that same fire when you put that same symbol on people's lawns and you set it on fire. When you was hanging them young black boys in the South, what you do? You set them on fire. When them women that already had these knowledges and the sciences, what you do with them? You gather them up and you set them on fire. What is with this fire in you, in this cross, in this burning, this hell, fire and brimstone? You've been setting it on fire since you got here. You worshiping the cannibal, honey, something that feeds off your energy, a vampire. Yes, you is. And until you snap out this shit, you will continue to be food for them. Now, I ain't never cursed no God, and I ain't no blasphemer, because I know God live in each and every one of us, and our ancestors walked with the gods when they walked on this earth. See, God is abstract to them. It's something outside of them. But your DNA carries all the power of God. You were the original ones to walk this earth. You were millions of years old. So when I say we was all at one, with this was Pangea, and we was all one on here, you gonna get them that just got on this planet to tell you that was millions of years old. No one existed. Well, how the hell you know? You didn't exist. Our bloodline is ancient, older than you could ever imagine. And you hijacked all the knowledge and the wisdom. Put everybody under this thing called religion, and then you regurgitate it back to us perverted, and got the nerve that got everybody bowing down to you and your images that look like God all over this planet. Your karma is what's great, because many of us are snapping out this thing left and right, and we starting to see clearly. And that's what got your souls itching. If you got one of those, your spirits is itching. Oh, you are now on fire. Yes, she is. We waking up, baby, because it's time. Carbonated, melanated people, star seeds, ancient ones, we all here to witness the change of this thing. And it's over for many of you. And you know it, your power, your reign, and your privilege. We snapping out that thing. So when you come over here and you quoting all your verses and this and that, honey, we looking at that and we laughing at you, because we know man writes these things. Your Matthew, your Mark, your Luke, and your John, honey, proved that they existed. And they wrote that. Because if you dig and did the history, them books was written 50 to 100 years after the death of your so-called Christ. You changed everything. You remixed everything. You regurgitated and you gave it back to us foul. And that's why many of you are walking around here like the sleeping giants, the walking dead in the coma. That's you, afraid of hell to step out and realize and to awaken that DNA that's in you. Ain't never left. Your bloodline is ancient and old and ain't going nowhere. You be here long after the cataclysm. You know how many cataclysms this earth had? That's why they digging around and they finding your remains, not just you, but women. Now, the moment that box come open, that Pandora's box is open, and you realize that, well, goddamn, this whole shit is a lie, then you're going to realize how Satan deceived the whole world. How he do that? By making the world think that he's God. Time for y'all to wake up now. Mama T, y'all be good. Bye.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like wrong with the world, mama.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? And would you turn people that you...
Mama T, Sacred Tea Apparels, link in bio. And if you like the content, feel free to like, share, and subscribe and support Mama. And don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube. Y'all be good now. Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Bye, baby.